Beats Planet.
Come on in. Sit down. Let me make sure my levels is good. I want to be heard here. I need to be heard. Let me take a sip of my room temperature water. Ain't no ice in it. It's just, I kind of want to boil it before I drink it. You know what I mean? Take a sip of that. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. Give me 30 seconds. Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. Wait. Give me 30 seconds, man. Give me 30 seconds, y'all. Hold on. Don't go nowhere, y'all. We don't even deserve gifts in the background. You know what I mean? We're just going to put a little Voch on the screen. Let me go find a little Voch. There we go. We're just going to put a little Voch on the screen because we don't deserve gifts tonight. We don't deserve the war call. We don't deserve ice cold water. We don't deserve it. We haven't earned it. As a fan base, we haven't earned it. So let's do this. Let's run this for the cardio. All right. Let me explain my position first, and then I'm gonna hit you with it, and then we gonna take some calls. And I'm definitely going fishing tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna go fishing tomorrow. All right. So peep this out. And I got the chat box pulled up too. I'm not gonna look at it because I know the vibes over there, but the chat box is indeed pulled up. The number on the screen is 515-606-5187, access code 309-104. If you want to call into the show, give your opinion, let your voice be heard. If you want to fuss and all that, you can feel free to do so. But let's do this. Let me type this in first. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. All right. So I'm not going to hit you with this EDP style rant screen video. I hope y'all didn't expect me to pull that one off. I'm not about to flip my furniture over. I'm not going to wake my neighbors up. I may cuss a little bit, but I ain't going to do nothing too crazy. We ain't punching a wall or nothing like that. So that's first. However, criticism gonna run real deep tonight because I like to look at myself as the patient one. That's how Brother Law Nation, Brother Koya and Foots, that's how they refer to me, as the patient one of the Cowboy YouTube fandom. I'm not necessarily pitchfork and torch guy, but this shit terrible, bro. That shit was terrible, bro. And this is the funny part, right? Because I'm not going to give y'all depressed energy because this is the hilarious part, right? This is the funny shit. I was watching this shit, right? And I hate nothing more than a weird cowboy, conspiracy. Like they playing bad on purpose to get Jason fired, right? I never say no dumb shit like that because I think that's terrible. But boy, I was watching this shit today and I was like, are they playing bad to get Jason fired? I'm like, okay, they playing bad to get Jason fired at the end of the season, but Jerry was like, he ain't getting fired till the end of the season, but he got hope to still be fired, but they playing bad just to make him get fired tomorrow. I actually considered that shit. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, they trying to get Jason up out of here. But it's too many contract guys on that team. It's too many people that rely on themselves to play well, to make a living. Like Byron Jones ain't playing bad on purpose because he's due to make money this year. I don't think Dak is playing bad on purpose because he's due to make money this year. You know what I mean? So when I sit and I think about what's the problem here, when I think about why the team looks bad, why we losing, things like that. First of all, I hate listening to Troy Aikman. That make my ass itch. Can't stand listening to Troy Aikman. But when I'm watching the team, I know there's this notion that it's on this one person. Let's point fingers at Jason Garrett. And I agree. Let's point some fingers at Jason Garrett, right? But a lot of people stop pointing fingers right there, right? And a lot of people think I'm championing Jason Garrett. That's not the case. I don't think I've defended him all year. I just haven't been outraged like people want me to be. I love to sit back and watch and, figure things out from a distance. So I see a lot of people, they point the finger at young Jason and they stop pointing fingers. We should point at Jason. We should point at Chris. We should point at Kellen. We should point at Dak. I'm pointing at Zeke. I'm pointing at my offensive line. Now, I'm not going to say nothing too incredibly incriminating because I haven't watched the film yet. And we are going to be dropping film. It's just that the film vibe is going to be different. Like the film normally has a positivity vibe, but the film, it's going to be some head rolling in the film for the rest of the year. And, draft content on the way and all that. Now, we should point at Michael Gallup. We should point at Jason Witten. I'm pointing at, I think Coop hurt. I think Amari Cooper hurt, but let's point at him too. Because if you hurt, sit down somewhere, The entire defense should be pointed at. The entire defense, right? And one would say that, well, shit, if it's everybody that need to be pointed at, then it's coaching. And I'll give you that. I mean, sure, I'll give you that. But people don't forget how to tackle, though, I really don't have a good answer, right? I don't want to be so clairvoyant and so omniscient that people think I got all the answers. Voch ain't got all the answers. I got some. I can watch film and figure things out, you know what I mean? But I don't ever want y'all to come at me and be like, oh, I know Voch got an answer. What it is, Voch, it's strange. Because I feel like the team that we are in week 14 ain't the team that we were in week 5. That's interesting to me. Like, what has changed between week 3 to week 14? I don't even want to say that, it's playing good teams and bad teams because we'll play against the Detroit Lions and keep them in there. We'll play the Bears are a bad team. The Bills are beatable. The Patriots are beatable. Let me pull up my phone so I can see the schedule. Hold up. The Vikings are beatable. Giants, Eagles, they terrible too. Lost to the Jets. Should have beat the Packers, you know what I'm saying? Should have beat, you know what I mean? And then there was the first 3. All signs are pointing to us being a bad team. I get it. But even when we were losing to the Saints, it was still a dog fight against the Saints. Even losing to the Packers, we still eventually put up 400 yards passing, a few rushing, and still made it like a 1-score game versus the Packers. So I'm trying to figure out what's so different between week 5 and week 14. And I don't have that answer. I wish I had that answer. When the round table come together, maybe we'll talk about that though. But I don't want to just get into low-hanging fruit discussion. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to get into a detailed discussion on what's the problem. Somebody in the chat box is saying adjustments, fool. Don't call me fool. I ain't your fool, fam. But I don't even want to say adjustments because in the early part of the season, this team was fantastic at adjustments. Like, the big knock on this team was that we were bad in the first half and good in the second. Once we figured it out and adjusted, we turned into a better second half team. So I don't want to necessarily say adjustments is necessarily the problem. I want to look at it from a very top of the top all the way down to the bottom discussion. And if you put all these little problems together, you get a terrible product, right? It's not that we have one big glaring problem. But if we go into a game and we get We get drop passes. We get 3 penalties that continue the offensive drives or whatnot. When we're on defense and we get the Bears in third down, like it was 3 times that we stopped the Bears on third down. But due to our penalties, they convert. You know what I'm saying? That ain't directly on Chris Richard. And I know I'm giving Chris a hard time, but that ain't Chris Richard, right? So you put those third down woes, your quarterback's not playing well. I'm not ready to push him off a bridge. Like, you know, some of these hoes getting out of hand by pushing your quarterback off the bridge. He's been fantastic. I think if you just tweak a few things with your offense, you'll be just fine. But a combination of your quarterback's bad throws plus a handful of drops plus, I mean, if you want to throw coaching in there, fine, cool. Put that in the pot too. Put it all in that pot. Cool. Plus, like for example, right? Like Brett Maher, like every kicker in the league can kick the ball out the back of the end zone on kickoff. Like there's a reason kick returns are down this year because every kicker in the league kicked the ball through the back of the end zone. And we worked out 3 kickers this week. I mean, I don't, you know, can any of them do that? But Maher kicking the ball short and out of bounds, it's strange to me. But you can throw that in that same pot of disappointment and get to stirring that gumbo. Jamez Olawale not looking back to find the football when Dak throwing it to him. That could have been a conversion, but he didn't look back for the ball. We don't convert. You know? It was something else to him. Fantastic play by Jordan Lewis. Can we clap? Can we shout out to Jordan Lewis? Can we give Jordan Lewis some love with his fantastic toe touch interception? But starting to drive at, you know, -1, you know, that sucks. But I'm looking at your cornerback play, man. And, you know, we've been kind of beating up on Awuzie all year. I don't think Awuzie is terrible. Let me say this. But hear me out, though. I don't think Awuzie is terrible. I just think Awuzie is doing what he's been told to do. That's what I think it is. I think Awuzie is doing what he's been told to do. I would have to look at the film to really figure it out. I don't want to say nothing incriminating. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say nothing that'll put me out on the, you know, put me on Front Street or whatever. I really want to get my information together, but I think Cheeto just don't go from a pretty damn good rookie year to what he's doing now. We're terrible tacklers now. Jalen Smith was a pretty good tackler at first. Xavier Woods, pretty good tackler. Sean Lee, you know, all these guys or whatnot. You know, Darian Thompson out there, the GOAT, Jeff Heath wasn't out there, but these guys just forgot how to tackle, you know? We used to praise Cheeto and Jordan Lewis by how good of tacklers they were. And all of a sudden, they're just not tackling. You know, that's strange to me. Ray Salinas, you're saying is coaching. I'm saying coaching is in the bag, sure, but I don't want and this is what I want to get my point across, because people think that just because I say other shit that I'm not saying what you saying. Sure, I'm saying it's coaching, but I don't want to be so microscopic about it. Pardon me. I don't want to be so macro about it that I'm only saying one thing. You see what I'm saying? You're saying it's coaching. I'm saying it's coaching and this and this and this and this and this. One problem don't make this bad team that you saw the last 4 games. One thing doesn't just result in that. Because even if you have bad coaches, bad coaching don't put you in that deep of a hole, because we're still talented enough to transcend that. If it was about coaching, it would be like a handful of plays that you lose out on. We just lost to the sorry Bears. The game's still going. I don't know how bad we lost by. But that problem is bigger than just coaches. You know, the first drive of the game was pretty good, but what happened between the first drive and the second drive? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, did we overrate the team? I don't think we overrated the team. I think this is a pretty talented team. I think it's a talented team. I don't think we overrated these guys. I just want to look at very specific issues that we're having, you know? It's strange. I don't get it. So we want to talk about coaching. Sure, let's get into a coaching discussion because that's what y'all want me to say. Y'all want me to get into the loud EDP type rant, but I'm not doing that. But that water terrible. But I mean, should we run more with Zeke? Sure. If we're only down by like 2 scores, should we abandon the run? No. Should Jameis Olawale be on the team at all? Nah. I think Robert Quinn is a problem versus the run. I think he's not very good in run support. I think at some point in the game, D-Law moved to right end and Michael Bennett was moved to the left side. I think that's actually a thing. I think that happened. So we'll be watching film to kind of, put eyes on that. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll just cross that. But we're not tackling well. We're not taking good angles. We're like, even if you had a problem with your coaches, there's got to be something in you to not let the person across from you like just smoke you like that. You know what I mean? Like, but hey, they getting smoked, man. Like, I go on Twitter every week and talk about how David Montgomery is getting mismanaged. And now David Montgomery is running a fantastic David Montgomery type game. Like, damn, but it took that against it took them to play us to do that. Hell, who we play next week? The Rams? Look, if you're in the fantasy football playoffs, start your Rams. Oh, buddy, run your Rams out there. You know? Now, are we still in like playoff contention? Sure, I'll keep that energy because the Eagles terrible. let's just keep that energy. But the way it's looking, man, when we get there, we just gonna do the same shit. We're gonna do the same old shit. And look, Tony Ye in the chat box said Goff is terrible. Sure, Mitch is too. Mitch is too. Josh Allen is terrible. Tom Brady at this point in his career ain't the best quarterback in the world. We just worse. Shit, we just worse, man. That just is what it is, bro. So, it'll be interesting moving forward to see what happens. I know my uncle said Jerry Jones painted himself in a corner and said that he wouldn't fire Jason Garrett before the season's over with. Hey man, what my man's Jay Gruden say? He say, hey man, as long as my key work, we gonna be good. And he got to work that day and his key ain't work. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, will Jason Garrett's key not work? Jason Garrett's key might not work. So hey, Dak is 21 or 41. Hey man, Dak shouldn't be throwing the ball 41 times. Hey, we were having success running the football. Well, why we didn't keep running the football? I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting draft season, but hey, we'll just cross that road whenever we get there, man. But I got the PayPal pulled up. Marcus Hardison, he can't stand the coaching staff. So let's go see what Marcus got to say. He's in the PayPal there. Let's see what old Marcus got to say. I know he's gonna be angry. Starting off the $1 challenge, Voch already cussing. Sounds like he's a few games away from snapping. In all seriousness, love you, bro. We'll get through this together like family. I'm not gonna snap. It's not in me to snap. But y'all, this shit is crazy. Hey, look, it's not in me to snap. That's just not my That's not my character. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily it's not my football character. It's not my personality traits or whatever to really get in and just snap it. Like, I was watching Philly 500 versus when the Eagles lost to the Dolphins, and he running his blood pressure up, his voice hoarse and all that. You know what I mean? I'm good. Yeah, right. Facts. Rue. Go watch. Look, Law Nation does a fantastic job of burning down the house. I ain't here to do that, but this shit sucks though. It sucks and it's terrible. Let me read some of these chat boxes before we get into the phones. I ain't really gonna take phone calls all night. Ain't nobody calling in? Yeah, we got 4 callers. Yeah, so we just gonna run y'all. And I'm going fishing tomorrow. That's just what that is. Let's see what y'all talking about. Oh, Miss Jackie hurt. Oh no, Miss Jackie, no, Miss Jackie. Boy, I tell you what, if anybody kept good vibes through this thing, it was me and Miss Jackie, boy. Miss Jackie would purposely leave other people chat box just to come to mind because she know we was talking some positivity over here. But boy, you can't run away from this one, though. You can't run away from this one. No, indeed. Voch, it's a bunch of small problems, which worries me more than a couple big problems. Yeah, that means you got more to fix if it's a couple small problems, but it's easier to fix small problems. That's what makes me think that you can still go on a run and try to figure this thing out because you are a talented team. Like, having a big problem would be having, like, who's the kid in Detroit, Blau? Like, if you had if Cooper Rush was starting at quarterback, that's a big problem. You know what I'm saying? If George Selvey was pass rushing for you, or Jeremy Mincy was your best pass rusher, that's a big problem. We just got a gang of small problems, and that's wild. I really think Jason Garrett-Key not gonna work tomorrow. I'll tell you what. I don't think Jason Garrett-Key don't work tomorrow. I used to say a run to what is. Hey, look, I just can't help but to keep that energy. I'm no quitter. This team look terrible. I'm not no quitter. We're gonna get to the playoffs. We're gonna lose when we get to that motherfucker. Oh yeah. Oh man, let's get these calls going, man. Let's make sure my sound is good. We ain't got many calls. This show ain't gonna be long. I promise. We're gonna get in, get out, and get on with our life. I promise you. Just a couple other notes too. We saw Dak as a runner a little bit more. We saw him moving. You know, I like the notion of it. You know, but once it worked, it stopped. It stopped. So hey, we ran the ball well with Zeke, but once we got going, it stopped. We was doing we were short pulling Tyron Smith backside, and he was getting around to the second level, and we was reading the backside dude or whatever, the backside end, and he was short pulling and getting up to the linebacker. I'm like whatever blocking scheme that was, I gotta look it up on film just to get a good idea to see what everybody was doing. It was working, and it was working so much that we kept going to it. But let me say one more thing too before I get into the calls, because we got 4 callers. I think something that's going wrong with the defense is I think we keep the same players and we don't rotate players, not rotate play to play, but like year to year or whatever. Like, we got the same core players. And I think when you have the same core players, coaches watch film and they exploit those core players. You know, if you look at what the Bears were doing on offense, they was mismatching themselves upon Jalen Smith all day. They was attacking Jalen Smith. You know what I mean? They was attacking Awuzie. They was going after Byron on the crossing joints or whatever. It's like they had certain looks that they know was coming, and they just got him up out of there. You know what I mean? They just got him up out of there, man. And I think if you a defense, you got to change your identity every now and then. You know, not so much as change your entire playbook every single week and year or whatever. Like, that's problematic for your players or whatever. But different looks. You know, we don't hide very much. But I don't know. That may be a Chris Richard conversation. I don't know. We're gonna get into the phones though. Let's see what y'all talking about. I fully expect y'all to be pissed off. And I fully expect y'all to give me a hard time, but let's see what we got going. Taylor, what's up, brother?
I don't know, man. I'm sick to my stomach, and it's comical at the same time. I'm over this season already.
It's funny though, right? Like it sucks. Look, Taylor, listen, I swear, I hate nonsense. I hate nonsense Cowboy fan theories, but I was really looking at the TV like, are we trying to fire Jason on purpose? Like, are we playing bad to fire Jason? Like, I really said that. Now, I got out of my emotion bag and that was nonsense, but it's comical. I agree. Go ahead.
It makes you wonder. I mean, they just progressively getting worse throughout the year. I don't want to say Garrett's losing the locker room, but they ain't. I don't know what. I can't pinpoint it. I give up. I just wanted to hop on here, feel your thoughts and all that, and let you know that I'm still here, even though everybody else is probably halfway through a fifth of whiskey, like I should be.
Oh, it's gonna be some drinking tonight. Hey man, look, this ain't some weekend game where you ain't got to work tomorrow. Like tomorrow Friday, y'all still gotta, y'all still gotta get to the job, man. So hey, chill out, don't do too much. But
it's bad, it's ugly. If it wasn't for the Eagles being so freaking terrible, we'd have been eliminated already, I think.
Yeah.
The way we play in the last 4 weeks.
I feel you, Tay. I feel you. Hopefully we can I don't even want to say it, dog. I know the chat bot's gonna eat me alive, but hey, hopefully we can turn around. Hey, who knows? We'll see.
3 games. It can't get no worse, that's for sure. So,
that's big facts. Appreciate it, Taylor.
Is there?
Yep. Oh boy. I ain't played the war call in a long ass time, boy. We ain't drunk no water. I bought ice for no reason. Oh man, but we'll work on it though. We'll get right. My phone just beat. What happened on the phone? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, let's see what Marcus got to say. Marcus like to cuss. Let's see. Marcus in the PayPal. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what old Marcus talking about. Because I know he like to cuss. Let's see. Can I not pull up my PayPal? What's going on my PayPal? Let's get a call in here, then we'll hop into the PayPal. 16-year-old Cam, how you doing, man?
What's going on, Voch?
Did you do your homework tonight?
I couldn't go to school today.
Why you ain't go to school today?
My knee.
What's wrong with your knee?
I had something my ACL, like in the second week of the season. I had surgery about like a month ago. I still had trouble with my knee sometimes with all the therapy and all that.
Oh, okay. Well, how your grades doing since you can't go to class and shit?
I got all A's. Yeah, I got all A's now.
That's what I'm. Hey, look, dog. If we was winning, I'd have just played the war call for you, man, for your all A's, man. Hey, look, chat box. I know it sucks, but clap it up for 16-year-old Cam getting all A's, man. Shouts out to that shit. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Cam, tell me how frustrated you are with your Dallas Cowboys, sir.
It ain't so much as frustrating, but it's just like funny to me. Like it's real funny to me for some reason. Like it's just so funny. Like I just find it so comical to me.
Sure, I agree. Keep going.
I mean, like the first you ask about like, okay, we got the first job. Yeah, we doing all right.
Sure.
You get the turnover, then next thing you know, just poop.
Yeah. I agree.
And then like with the tackling and all, it's like, well, now y'all getting paid. Y'all getting paid, but yeah, still make you wonder sometimes.
Yeah. Make you wonder, young Cam. Right. That's all you got?
I mean, for the
go
body is we 9-7. Like, I mean, we ain't 9-7, but like we still in the NFC race. But like,
Yeah, we can still make the playoffs because the Eagles terrible, but what we're gonna do when we get there, you know what I mean?
First round next. Pack your bag.
All right, man. Hey, man. Look though, I wasn't gonna play the war call, but the chat box say play it for you. This war call ain't for the Cowboys. This for Cam making all A's. So like, let me just run this for Cam. Like, keep up them good grades, man. Get healthy and go to bed because you got school tomorrow.
Appreciate you.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and shut down my sound effects app because I ain't playing it no more. We ain't playing no more war call tonight. We done. because we don't deserve it. But the children are our future. You know what I'm saying? So young Cam deserved that. Space Cowboy, I peeped a video of you, I think it was like Thanksgiving, and you was burning down the house over on your channel. So what's the vibes here, Space Cowboy?
I don't even know anymore, man. I'm just out of energy. I'm not even mad.
Sure.
I don't. I'm just. I don't know anymore.
Sure. It sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I seem lost. It's just like I'm like. It's just depressing seeing this team the way it is. You know.
Yeah, it's pretty.
With all the talent it has, and you know, I'm not saying it's all on coaching. I'm not saying it's all on the players. Like I think you mentioned it, but it's an organizational issue, man. It's just some reason like this team allows these poor quarterbacks, these poor offenses sometimes to go off and look like freaking all pros. You know, the Bears are ranked, what, the 30th, 29th best offense in the league?
27. Yep.
Yeah, and you make them look like a juggernaut. And it's depressing, man. I mean, it's just like, I don't know what happened after the first drive. I'm going to have to rewatch the game. Like, this is one of the first games in a while where I just turned off television at halftime. I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and look, man, like, I'm not, like, I usually don't get annoyed. I mean, I was getting annoyed through the game, but I was like, I think I should expect it at this point because it's just, like, when I look at it from the top down, it's like, okay, so it looks like the team's playing uninspired. For some reason, there are certain situations the team gets in and they're not doing it properly. I don't know, man. I mean, it's difficult to point the finger because there's problems all around the board. I mean, Dak didn't play well tonight. I know he's getting some garbage points and stuff like that if you're in fantasy. I mean, Zeke started off strong. He didn't really look so well. Not that he didn't look so well. He just didn't get the chance, man. And, like, you can attribute that to the defense because the defense is allowing the Bears to put up all those points, and then you're putting your offense in a situation where they know you're going to have to pass. Sure. So, you know, that's the story of the Cowboys over these past 3 games. They had to play catch-up. You know, I will say, at least in the previous 2 games, they were up. But that's the only positive, man. It's inexcusable. You can't let these teams get like 24, 27 unanswered points on you and expect to win these games. I mean, for God's sake, we had 2 turnovers. You would think we would have won the game, but no. I mean, it's just embarrassing, man. I mean, having the number 1 ranked offense, having the number ranked defense, man, that crap doesn't mean anything now. Because, like, you would think, okay, based off of that, you're still looking at a 9-3, at worst 8-4 team or whatever the hell. This team just looks so anemic, man. I can't even put into words. It's just like, I'm just lost. I know, like, I usually would come better prepared, but it's just like after watching that game, I'm just lost. I don't know, man.
Understood, bro. Understood. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling. Now, go ahead and test shit up on your channel. I know how you do, fam.
Yeah.
All right, bro. How many calls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we good to go. Let's have this conversation. Let's get DP. DP.
What's going on, big bro?
What's good, famo? Talk to me.
Man, well, just a few things, and like I said, you know me, I come at it from a football fan point of view.
Can I ask you a question though first? Let me ask you let me ask you like 3 questions. So, like, did you ever forget how to tackle mid-season?
No, never did.
Okay, cool. One more thing, because we talking from a player standpoint. Have you ever had a bad coach in your football career?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I had a bad coach that I think I honestly felt that didn't motivate, and sometimes I felt didn't understand the game that was happening. Sure. You understand what I mean? Sure. Had a decent game plan, but when the game was happening and changing in front of him, he just didn't make the quick adjustments. He just kind of like he was shell shocked, and it pissed me off. Yeah.
True. I had this. Once upon a time, I had this coach, man. He was like 70 years old, but he was coaching us because it was just, you know, he was grandfathered into the job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't really making no new, no new moves to the, you know what I mean? Now, I eventually went on to better coaches and we ran better plays, better offenses, better schemes and things like that. But that first little coach I had that was 70 and was stuck in his old way, I feel like even when I had bad coaching, I still had a certain, I still did, I didn't get whooped just because my coaches were bad. You know what I mean? Can you kind of talk me through that?
No, first thing is first, and if everybody wants to understand what's going on with this team, the team right now is pretty much leaderless. The leaderless. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The leader right now of this football team right now is Jerry Jones. And I felt that, after a couple of bad losses that we had, and true, they were bad losses, Jerry should have honestly found a way to shut up. Is it possible? No, because it's Jerry Jones.
Sure.
But when he voices that frustration, and every true football player, if you listen to every last one, even all the talk shows say the same thing. The more you talk, the more the players stop looking at the head coach for the emotional guidance and look towards the owner, which you should never do. And really no other owner does that because they understand that I will take the power away from my head coach. So the voice that's in the locker room, not to mention it's been there for 10 years. So it's usually stale by the time of 7 or 8, especially if you're not a championship winning coach. But you've been there 10 years and now you're talking right now. Honestly, Wilson means nothing there. He doesn't. He's a figure on the sideline, and it's sad. It really is sad, and that's why. Honestly, I totally agree with what Troy said. Troy said this is a systemic problem. And it starts with Jerry.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with what Troy said, but Troy flip flop a lot, and I don't like flip flop.
Oh no, I'm not saying flip flop. I'm just saying when he said that, and he's been saying things about Jerry. How Jerry should try to move, not so much you and Jerry and Steven move away. If you want to make Will McCray the true general manager, make him general manager and make him the total voice and cut away. Just leave the mic alone because what you're doing when you're talking to the mic, you take the attention off of the team per se. And honestly, the guys right now, and that's the reason why Michael Bennett, if you remember, Michael Bennett 2 weeks ago was the one who really got upset because he's not used to this. He's not. And it frustrated him to the point that he lost it. So in my personal opinion, that's one of the emotional part. And can I relate to the football player? Mm-hmm. Have I ever been emotionally out of a game? Yeah, I've been emotionally out of games.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Where I don't feel like giving my all. I don't feel like giving my energy because who am I giving my energy to? Now, do I still go up there and perform? Hell yeah, because it's my job. That's what I do.
Absolutely.
But you're not going to do it. You're not going to defense, especially defense, and that's what I'm showing you this. Defense, you play with emotion. Offense, you play with technique. You play with precision.
Sure.
So as an offensive lineman, you say, you know what, Ian, what's going on? My job is to get this block, reach up to the next block, and do my job with precision and technique. Mm-hmm. Defense is all about emotion. It's all about want to. If you don't have that, and you look at this defense, they're playing without emotion. Tackling is a want to. Tackling is I want to come and lay that wood.
Sure.
If you're not having that emotion, I'm looking at them like that's why you can see the difference between the first 3 games, mm-hmm. and even the game that we lost to the Saints. But even that game, we still played with emotion, and we played with that inspiring passion on defense. That's why it was a tight game. We're not playing that no more. It's not.
So Pete, right? So let's just say like Jason's terrible or whatever. So does Chris Richard screaming on the sideline do anything for you?
Chris stopped screaming about 6 games ago. If you really panned over to Chris, he stopped. Like literally, if you give a couple of minutes, rewind a couple of games where they made a couple of visual pans over to Chris Richard. Mm-hmm. Ever since I believe the 4th or 5th game, he stopped. He realizes his voice is not making an effect. That's why my personal opinion right now. This is my opinion. I'm just going to go through what I really mean. You talked about what I want to talk to you about. My opinion is at this point right now, fire Jason Garrett. Just stop the pain. Please stop the pain.
Sure.
People are looking at Jason as such a lame duck coach. He's just sitting on the sideline for the hell of it. Just fire him. Right. I would make Chris Richard the new head coach. I want to make a guy who now he can make passionate speeches to the offense and to the defense and to the whole team and try to see if they can get something going. But they need another voice. Now, this is what I really want to say. I also listened to your roundtable last night. Okay. First thing, Okoye on crack. I don't know what Okoye thinking about Jeff Heath, and if you're listening to me, I'm telling you, yeah, you on crack.
Oh, goodness.
Jeff Heath to me is the quintessential football player that would be getting so many more accolades if he was just a special teams player, like Slater, the wide receiver Slater from the Patriots, because he's a Pro Bowl special teams player. But like any other true competitor, he wants to start. Him as a starting safety, we are not getting that. We're not getting that. How can I say it? Not so much the effort. We're not getting those special plays from good safeties. You know, guys who are big hitters, guys who run the 4-4, guys who are limber on the feet. Pretty much they're undersized linebackers. So you really see their impact. Jeff Heath makes probably 1 or 2 impacts, probably every other game or every game. He doesn't impact the game every game, in my opinion.
Jeff ain't played though.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking Jeff. I'm talking about what he said last night.
Okay, you just talking about the round table. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, what O'Kay said last night. Secondly, I know Foots loved Xavier Woods coming out. Never did. I don't ever like an undersized 5'11", 190-pound, 4.55 running safety. You're light in the ass and you're not fast enough to cover. So why do I want you pedaling in the backfield? I don't know. But every time I've been seeing this over the years, when first you talked about it last year, he don't want that smoke when running backs coming down the hill. Dude, you're the last line of defense. You need to come downhill. You don't want that smoke. And then watching him today, I watched literally Mitchell Trubisky. He had the angle on Mitch. Mitch stuck his foot in the ground and make him cross his face. I was like, wow. Wow, this is your starting free safety? The quarterback shook him from 3 yards away, saw him coming, stuck his foot in the ground and crossed his face. Yeah, he got to go. That's the reason why, and I told all Clark Cowboy fans, that's the reason why Steven and Jerry were talking about being the marketing for a safety. They were talking about a free safety. That's the reason why Minkah Fitzpatrick would have been an excellent. I know we'd have gave a first-round draft pick. I understand, but look what Minkah's doing with Pittsburgh. Look what Woods is doing with us now. That's just me. But I've been saying this I've saying this almost for 3 years. And I know, you talked about even on Mark Holmes' channel. We are weak defensively. We are weak in the trenches. You cannot expect a team to line up and you tell the offense, I need you to pass 70% of the time so I can unleash my pass rushers. This is the NFL. A coach saw last year with the Colts and with the Rams. Oh, I'm not going to respect your D tackles. No, I'm going to respect those really fast linebackers, and I'm going to reach up to them, and I'm going to keep on touching them. I think my running back is talented enough to break tackles from your D tackle and get upfield, and that's what they've been doing. And your first draft pick is to a guy who physically is not strong enough to hold the point of attack in Tristan Hill. Man, I saw that. I shook my head. I'm like, wow. They're not going to learn, but they're going to see. So the only thing I left for this call is I really do want Ron Rivera. I really want Ron Rivera. I think he will change the way this defense is played.
DP, come on, man. You ain't finna take a shot at my son Tristan like it's his fault, man. So you know what? So let me say this though. Like we got to stop treating Tristan like a first round pick, right? We got to stop treating. He's a player that ain't ready yet. Like that don't mean.
No, it's true.
Like that don't mean
the
pick.
The first player.
He should
be your first pick.
He was drafted at 50. He's your second round pick. Let's say we're expecting first round production from Tristan. And I'm talking about you. I'm talking about a few of these people in the chat box that I'm saying we're expecting first round production from Tristan. And the D tackles just don't. They're not ready yet. Like unless you like a high first round pick. D tackles don't just come out and bust ass like that year one. Like, can we relax on that? Can we relax on that?
Have you seen what Jeffrey Simmons been doing?
Who?
Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simmons was supposed to be a top 10 pick, but he got hurt from Mississippi State.
Right. Oh yeah. But I mean, there is. I won't say even all, but I didn't need him to be a starter. I just needed him to be a participant. I needed him to contribute. I needed him to show why he was the first, not our first round, but our first pick that we waited for. That we said, you know what, that's a contributor on defense and a possible starter, a possible replacement if Malik Collins leaves. That's what I wanted to see. If that was a situation and and you kind of felt he didn't have the strength, I kind of agree with a lot of people said. We should have went for a safety. We should have went for a guy that can come in and impact right away. You had 3 or 4 safeties, Chauncey Gardner, a couple of those guys that you could have picked up that really, at this point, could have helped you back in your defense.
Well, we got a safety. We just got him in the 5th round.
and that's a development. So I don't make doubt he's developing. But honestly, just all around, I really do want to get Ron Rivera in. That's just right now. I hope Cowboy fans will see that this is a great coach, a coach that has been to the playoffs, has been to a Super Bowl, hasn't won it yet. It's going to be real expensive for you to find a Super Bowl winning coach that's on the street.
What if I was to say to you, what if what about the Cowboy fans that look at Ron Rivera and they say, well, in the same 9 years that Jason was with Dallas, they've won the same amount of games. What do you have to say about that?
Hey, that's very, very true. But in the same sense, if you told those Cowboy fans, hey, we would have had at least one division title with Jason Garrett and we would have made a trip to the Super Bowl, guess what every Cowboy fan be telling us right now? You know what? Jason got us to the Super Bowl. Let's continue to give him a shot. I think one day he can win it. That's the truth, bro.
I think a lot of coaches, I think it's more coaches that go to Super Bowls and not win it than the other way around. But I feel DP, let me ask you one more thing and I'm gonna get your body because I got some more callers. How do you feel when civilians call football players soft? Because as an ex-football player, I don't like the shit. I don't like.
Listen, man, I'm touchy about that, and because usually I do when I hear this is what I think.
Sure.
I repeat that quote that I saw from Mike Tyson, that I saw online on my Facebook page. Social media gave a lot of dudes room to talk. Yeah. When if they say this in front of somebody's face, they get punched in the mouth.
Sure.
That's my personal opinion. I need one of these guys to go into a football player and say, you know what, I think you soft.
I just don't like civilians. I just don't like civilians calling football players trash. That's all I got. All right, DP, appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate it. I don't like it. I don't like Joe from Nebraska sitting on his Twitter calling La'el Collins soft. You know what I mean? Like, come on, my guy. Come on, my dude. Stop it. Cut it out. I don't know. That's just me. Let me do this.
The conference has been locked.
We ain't taking too many more calls because we ain't gonna be doing this all night. This ain't the thing. This ain't the thing, man. And I'm going fishing tomorrow. Chris, listen, man. I know you normally call in when the game is over, but I started this shit at the 8-minute mark in the 4th quarter because I was sick.
I hit you. I said, "Oh, you saw it already." See, I'm the sadistic type of fan. I'm the one that'll sit and wait till the end so I can watch the whole thing. I'm gonna digest the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just sitting here listening, man.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here listening, and I've never been. I haven't been this disgusted in a long, long time, man.
Sure.
I'm just listening to everybody what they saying, man, and yeah, man. I love your passion because me and you have the same amount of passion where we think we're gonna win every game. But
yeah,
hey, man, this thing is over, man. This thing is over this year, and everybody wants to, call soft, and I'm not calling nobody soft, man. It just gets back to some basic one-on-one, hat-on-hat. Man against man, mano a mano. I got child support and a mortgage to pay, and I'm about to whoop your ass so I can keep my job.
It's just funny that Tyron Smith would literally
right
rip your face off. Call him something.
Right.
I dare you. Call him.
Right.
I dare you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Look, Aaron Donald trained with knives, man.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
I feel you.
Right.
I feel you. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, bro. I mean, these dudes. It's just to the point, man. You start off fresh. But you have in one season made Sam Darnold,
damn,
Jeff Driscoll,
Josh Allen,
Jeff Driscoll, Josh Allen,
Money Mitch,
and Mitchell Trubisky, a dude who says, "Don't call me Mitch anymore, call me Mitchell."
That boy named Mitch. I hear that shit.
Boy name is Mitch.
His name Mitch. Wow.
Right?
Right.
And made them all come out with look amazing. And the last time this happened, they fired that coach because they had David Garrard sitting there looking like the Mac at the damn podium with a perfect passer rating when Wade Phillips was the coach.
Yeah.
And they fired the guy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, go ahead. I mean, bro, what is firing going to do to if you cannot get pressure up the middle and keep defensive tackles off of light linebackers?
Now, see,
what is Go ahead.
Now, see, brother Chris, this is where I can't really say how I really feel because look, when I point the finger at everybody, people look at me. People look at me and say, "Nah, Voch, you're not hating on Jason enough." Like I haven't defended Jason in a long time. I'm just real. I'm sneaky with my words sometimes. I haven't defended Jason in a long time. But I do spread the blame like peanut butter, you know what I mean? So if we talk,
you keep it even, bro. You keep it even now.
So if we talking about this pot that we cooking, this soup, not gumbo, but we just got this soup, right? Like Jason being Jason is in there. Chris teaching Cheeto how to do that thing that he do is in there. Us not tackling, our lack of motivation.
Yes, sir.
Kellen getting away from the run too soon. You know what I'm saying? Dak and his throws. Maher, we got the only kick in the league that can't kick the ball out of the back of the end zone on kickoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But the thing about I think Kellen is being taken out of the run because your defense can't stop a nosebleed, and you end up taking him out of it. Zeke was eating. You turn around and give up 16 unanswered points. You can't get off the field. You get an interception, and here's the crazy part. That's the first time I was like, no, knock the ball down when you want a turnover. You get an interception on the 1 yard line. At that point, just knock the ball down. Knock the ball down. Because you got the pick, and you turn around and got a 3 and out. You couldn't walk it off the goal line.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like sometimes you're like, oh, you want the turnover, but sometimes you just want extremely smart football players, and at that point in time, you couldn't put 3 or 4 plays together to get you off the goal line to stop them. Because you got the turnover, but you did a 3 and out. So in essence, you just stopped the inevitable from happening. You follow me?
Yep.
So I mean, it was one of them damns if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, that's three losses in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You 6-7. That's 3 losses in a row. You 6-7, and now you're sitting here totally scratching your head. I'm tired of talking about this is the number 1 ranked offense in football. Great.
Because that don't matter.
Number 1 ranked offense in football.
Because that shit don't matter.
Okay.
Yep.
That don't matter. Because at the end of the day, it only matters is them two columns with the wins and the losses.
Yep.
And now, since week 3, you are 3-7. Since we walked out of beating Miami, we are 3-7.
I tell you what, I kind of miss the days when Dak used to like throw for 190, but we'll be beating the shit out of everybody. I kind of miss them days, man.
Yeah, dude, hey man, I miss them days. I miss them days when we was he can't throw over 250 yards, but we was winning them ball games.
But we were beating the shit out of everybody, right?
Hey man, we were everybody. We were sitting up and we had war cries, drinking water, eating York peppermint patties, and giggling our asses off. When we was 249, a touchdown, 0 picks, and Zeke had 150 yards, and we was taking a win home.
Boy, Zeke had 40 carries crawling off the field, boy.
He tied it, crawling on the field like Rick James' legs after Charlie Murphy and Eddie Murphy whipped him because he was tired as heck.
Listen, I'm upset at the win, but I'm not gonna walk around depressed. I'm gonna laugh at this mother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, dude, I got loser Delphi fans at my dome during the game.
Yeah.
So until it is what it is, man. We 6-7. I'm just so glad I got you and the rest of just the Cowboy Nation to flow through. But I'm gonna get out the way, man, because it's late. But I want to tell you something, man. 898 people last night.
Woo.
898 people at the round table.
Whoo. Hey, where we at right now? Let me check my 8:36 right now. That's where we at right now.
Hey, boy, I'm telling you something. You something special. Hey, man, I'm going to be down in Florida with Voch, man. His team is playing. His 8U team is down there playing. You know, I'm going to shout out his team, man. Good football team. I'm going to have an opportunity to see them live. My kid going to go down there and do a little bit of work, man. 13U team, man. But, hey, man, it is what it is, man. Because, man, at the end of the day, man, we all Cowboy fans, man, and we gonna do this thing together, man. We gonna take another year, dust these old trophies off, and say, man, hey, we got 5 Super Bowl championships, and then wait for the next guy to come in. But at the end of the day, unless there's going to be this non-Jerry post-game, he talking all the time stuff, it still starts at the top. And everything that Troy said this week, you got to look at the point that ain't nothing changed since there's been some fear from those players for that coach.
Sure.
You were watching all the documentaries they do about the triples and everything.
Yeah.
The one thing that was across the board, there was fear for the head coach and what could happen from him.
Yeah.
If if my kids know they can circumvent me to go to their mother to get what they want, I lose power.
Hold on, please. Yeah.
And that's what's happening. And that's what's happening in the building. Hey, man, love the show, man. Let's keep rocking, man. Man, we still gonna ride together, man. No matter. We live together. Hey, man, we win together, we lose together, man. We Cowboys for life, man. Love you, dog.
Right. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in.
Peace, man.
I tell you what, man. One thing I don't like, I hate seeing this. I hate people being like, Jimmy Johnson would have been fantastic. We should have go hire Jimmy Johnson. Man, Jimmy Johnson coached when salary cap didn't exist. Then he went to another team and was terrible. I don't hear that shit. Y'all goofy ass out here. We got Foots the King online. He said he ain't mad. Foots, why are you not burning down the house right now? What's your vibe, sir?
Well, because I went back and listened to our show yesterday, and we do some great work, man.
Man, facts.
I got to say, y'all, we're lucky to have Voch, bro. Because the one thing I say about Voch, he can make any situation feel better. And he can still give you stats and just keep it copacetic. You got a special gift, sir.
Man, I appreciate
Cowboys
it,
fans. Oh, no question. Cowboys fans, don't jump off the ledge. I tweeted this before the game. I didn't have a good feeling about this game. And I may have went a little haywire on Twitter, but the fact of the matter is the team's not good, guys. The talent isn't good. And at some point, we got to start looking at that. At some point, we got to start looking at a Michael Gallup dropping the ball. At some point, we got to start looking at a quarterback who's not being accurate. At some point, we got to start looking at a cornerback in Cheeto who can't really make plays. And you're going to fire the coach, 100%, Voch.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Him
gone. Hey, look. I was saying about the Redskins. They told your boy, man, if your key still work, you know what I'm saying, come on in and get to it. And he just showed up one day and his key didn't work. Like, there's no way Jason Garrett's key worked tomorrow. There's no way.
Oh, totally. I mean, listen, Vato, I'm not mad. And Cowboys fans shouldn't be mad because this next coach will have pieces. I actually like what I saw from Tristan Hill. I'm at that point to where I'm just looking for positives in anything.
Sure.
Because it's clear that the body language of this team, is done. And something was very striking to me where I can even see the quarterback. Maybe his play has been affected by Garrett because I've never seen him look how he looked after him and Jameis Olawale weren't on the same page.
Yeah.
Did you notice that one out there, Voch?
Jameis can go.
Oh, my God, he can go.
I know Okoye ain't love Jameis, dog, but Jameis can go, G.
Because it's always hey, listen, you are right about that. He's not strong enough to maul people.
Sure.
He's athletic, but he's athletic now, but he will never in life make a play. Because he'll never be in the right position to make a play. And whether Cowboys fans want to believe it or not, it's the God's honest truth. All right? So, I'm encouraging Cowboys fans, don't get mad. You see what I'm saying? Start looking for positives. You don't want to take your team to the playoffs. You'll get your heart broken even worse. Yeah. All right? And again,
you want that draft pick. You want that draft pick, Foots. That's all you want.
You know me, bro. And I mean, I don't want to be that fan, Cowboys fans and Bacho. I don't want to be that fan that completely tanks the season. But, like, talking about this game, guys, it's a wash. The team's body language was out of it. And I said something last night on the show, but I said this team doesn't tackle the same.
Sure.
And you saw tonight, tackling isn't coaching. That's hard.
Yeah. I say shit like that, but people don't want to hear that, man. People want me to just tear down Jason Garrett and that's it. They say, Voch, you ain't destroying Jason enough. But my notion, Foots, is that yes, Jason is part of the problem, but it's a lot of fucking problems. They just don't want to hear about the lot of problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you have a combination, listen, because we got the only kicker that can't kick the ball out the back of the end zone on kickoffs. You know, Gallup got drops. You know, Dak wasn't making great throws. I would have to watch the O-line a little closer or whatever. I don't think Suafilo killed you.
I like the way I like their run fit. They ran the ball really well tonight.
And you know what? Since we're talking about Kellen, when we run the ball well, let's not stop doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Chris and all that. Like, it's a combination of things, man. You know, I don't want to just point in one direction.
And I'm gonna leave you with this, Voch. I know you have callers, and I appreciate you. Listen, guys, thank you guys for listening to this man. He's empowering us. Wow. We are a big family. Me and Voch gonna attack this draft hard. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but that's what he do, and that's our common interest. We was doing this at like 12 at midnight last year,
sure,
watching prospects together. So that's what we do, y'all, sure, and it's gonna get better. But here's the thing. If you fire Garrett tomorrow, what coach on this team is worthy of stepping in?
Facts.
So have a plan when you fire him, okay? Mm-hmm. Just have a plan. Have a plan.
And please upgrade. Please upgrade.
Right. Because if you go get, somebody I would love, but it'll never happen, a sneaky candidate to me who's been held captive by bad quarterback play that upper management just won't get rid of. I like Anthony Lynn a lot. That's just me. I love the way his defenses play, but Phillip Rivers sucks so bad,
sure,
and it's LA, so he can just wilt by because he's a company man. Mm-hmm. But Anthony Lynn, if he comes available, we'll see what happens. They've kind of underachieved, but I like him. But if you're thinking of upgrade, my guy is Urban Meyer, just because we need a culture change. And I think that he's company enough to get things turned in the right direction, but also gritty enough that the players will know he's not a phony.
I just get really nervous when, in terms of these college coaches coming to the league, when it's a coach that relies so heavily on recruiting. I know that's part of their job. But Urban won rings when he's had the best. You know what I mean? Like Urban's championship offenses, right? One offense was Cardale Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Thomas. Devin Smith was on that team. You know what I mean? Like he'll have these super stacked teams.
He gets great players.
Or the Tebow, Percy Harvin, Hernandez team. Who's the white guy that'll whoop all the black people over there? Riley.
Pouncey.
No, both the Pouncey twins, but I'm talking about the receiver. Who was the receiver that was at the concert that'll whoop all the black people over there? What's his name?
Riley Cooper.
Riley Cooper was on that team. You know what I mean? So I just, Urban Meyer, I just want to I like coaches. I like pro coaches staying pro and figuring it out from there. Now, if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? I just want something that works. But
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Vacho.
Yes, sir.
Do you look at the players that he's coached and look at the success that they've had in the league? Because those same players that you're, talking about, they've come to the league and been successful.
Sure.
Is that one of those things that, okay, maybe this guy has an eye for talent? Now, the recruiting battle, yes. Mm-hmm. That's the dangerous game of college football that kind of is what it is. But do you look at that and say, oh, his guys, he's put Pro Bowlers in the league. Do you think that he'll know how to also deal with personalities? Because he's dealt with guys. He dealt with a killer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Literally.
I don't want to joke about that, right? But
literally,
he's dealt with a killer.
Yeah.
A sneaky name too, and I know Michigan fans don't like this, but and I'm gonna tell you why. he gets a bad rap for not beating Ohio State. Dog, Michigan has historically not beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just him. Yeah. I think Harbaugh, he had that team in the Super Bowl in San Fran.
Sure.
So those are just some names to think about. I know everybody wants to talk about the game tonight. The one high note for me was Ezekiel Elliott. Everybody else throw him away. Yeah. Until tomorrow, and I'll still love my team. Cowboys fans, don't get crazy. If I'm not pissed, y'all shouldn't be pissed. It is what it is.
It's big fast. That is Foots the King. Check him out on Cowboy Nation TV. Brothers got fired from .com, so we're gonna hold down the Cowboy draft duties this season. So y'all be on the lookout. Appreciate you, man.
All right, much love.
Yeah. All right, then we're going to get into these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 callers, and we're gonna get up out of here. I'm going fishing tomorrow, and I'm just gonna, we just going, what I'm saying, we just gonna move on from there. Let's go, Drummer Cam. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, much?
Dosky Woski, brother. What you got for the show?
Hey, so BP was making some good points. But to play devil's advocate real quick, Jerry talking post game and his radio show and his presence in the media.
What did he say?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, gotcha.
He was saying that that's a problem, right? He was saying Jerry talking all the time is a problem, and the whole flip side of that is, if you're saying that's why we're not winning, then, how do you explain the Bengals, the Jets, the Giants, the Cardinals, the Bucks, the Bills, just to name a few? I don't know any of those owners. I don't hear anything out of them.
Yeah.
So, you can't say it's all just that. But when we talk about what the problems are, we ask that question, like, what's the problem? What's going on? And everybody, we want to fight. Well, we're stunting too much, and tonight the pro eye was working. Zeke was running hard. He was laying wood. They didn't want to tackle him at first glance. Man, it didn't look like they were holding up. It was looking real good. You can talk about the owner and the head coach, that relationship, and how that affects the leadership in the locker room. You can talk about coaching, play calling. You could talk about, you can go stretch and go, well, the media is dictating what Jason Garrett's responding and doing. That's why he was practicing 3 days outside. Look, we can talk about all of these things, leadership, accountability. The question is not what the problem is, because these are all problems. Like, in some shape, form, size, these are all part of the problem, right? These are all the 1,000 cuts. The question is, which one do you address first that's going to make the biggest impact to actually save the season? Because we know the Eagles are trash. We know we got a chance to win this division still, regardless. So if we're going to make a shot, what is the one change that's going to happen, that needs to happen, that's going to make the biggest impact?
Sure. Hey, man, some people seem to think that the notion is pushing Jason off a bridge today would fix all of your problems tomorrow. But, hey, I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I at this point, if it works, great. I'm willing to try at this point, because that just, there was no heart on that field.
Yeah, I feel you.
No heart.
Man. I feel you, bro.
And
go ahead.
If you get, the last thing I was going to say, like, when you've been around the game, some of this stuff goes away just when you get some wins.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you figure out what the biggest impact is, you can get a win, gain some confidence, and these things kind of sort themselves out. You don't have the drop balls, the phases, the passes get completed, Zeke gets better lanes, and tackles look better when they're confident, when they're playing, and they get just a couple wins. But so whatever that, if that's the coach though, whatever, fuck it, do it.
Yep, whatever you got to do, man. Whatever you got to do. Hey, man, because, we all know that Jason ain't going to be here next year. So, hey,
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, we know.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, we know.
Appreciate it, Drummer Cam.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3. We got a couple more calls. We're going to get up out of here, man. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. Lay it down. And I get to go fishing tomorrow. Brandon, what's up?
What's going on, Voch, man? What type of fish you fishing for, man?
Is this Frankly Football Brandon, or is this other Brandon?
This is Frankly Football Brandon.
Because it's 3 of y'all.
They are all impossible.
I need to put Frankly
I'm the OG.
football, right? Because some people some people platinum, but some people privileged. You know what I mean? I would say that you're one of my privileged people. So let me put frankly football Brandon. I'm fishing for catfish, sheephead, and red drum tomorrow.
Okay. I like to do a little deep sea fishing myself.
I need a boat to do that, but we gonna.
Well,
Yeah, I ain't,
when you do things or know people.
Hey,
know people that have nice boats.
See,
I don't have a nice boat because I'm not paid like that.
See, that's what I need, man. That's what I need. But after I buy this house and buy my girl Alexis and buy my big ridiculous truck and buy my trailer after that, you know what I'm saying? So by the time I'm 35, that's my goal. By the time I'm 35, I'll have my boat. But that's a whole other conversation. The podcast. Look, the damn Voch's Voice podcast is gonna be quicker than normal. It's gonna be quicker because of the damn season. You know what I mean? But
hey, man.
Talk to us, Brandon. Talk to him about your Cowboys, sir.
All right. So, when we losing and I drink a little bit, I start to like really get good ideas for notes.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole disappointment gumbo analogy, where you don't like to use gumbo, disappointment trail mix.
Trail mix is fantastic, sir. There you go. Yeah. Thank you.
That's perfect wording.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said in my most recent video before this game, I think I got some good topics for my next one. That the Cowboys' problems are not just Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
It's a wide variety of things that exposes the weaknesses of this team to an entirely different level. For example, like you mentioned Cheeto. Cheeto has always had issues with not turning around to the ball, even before Rashard got here. But that problem spread like a cancer to the DB room. And that could be Rashard's coaching, that could be something, whatever. But that's always been a problem that Cheeto had. And the defense as a whole has like this issue with making any quarterback that plays against the Cowboys look competent. Like for example,
they look great. they make them look great, not competent. Shit.
Sam Darnold only missed 9 throws in a whole game, had 338 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm telling you, man, if you're in the fantasy football playoffs, we playing the Rams next week. The Rams is terrible, but boy, start your Rams. Start them up.
Start your Rams. Start all of them. Let me see. Against the Bills, only had 5 incompleted passes Josh Allen had. It's ridiculous. So that is an issue with the defense as a whole, which could be coaching. It could just be the players not wanting to perform. And I hate saying that, but I'll get into that in a second. It could be a wide variety of things, but the defense has issues against quarterbacks as a whole. Us only having 5 interceptions on the year says that.
Sure.
But I feel like a lot of the Dallas Cowboys hype in this most recent offseason did not come to fruition. For example, how do you feel about Randall Cobb?
He's better than Cole Beasley. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's just go ahead and put that on the table.
Yeah, of course.
It's better, but I think he's just he plays his part. He's just in the offense. Like he can't really be super dynamic here because there's so many other moving pieces. You know what I mean? So it ain't much. Hold on, time out.
The conference has been unlocked.
$100,000, the conference lock. Call in and I'll get you in and lock everybody else out. Call in, $100,000. Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening to you. Randall Cobb. I mean, we knew going into this thing that, not to expect Randall Cobb of 2014 Randall Cobb. Like, we knew not to expect that. But I think for what we've asked him to do, like his little role or whatever, like he's been solid. He's been cool.
See, I think a lot of fans were expecting Ty Montgomery from Randall Cobb because you know how Ty was a wide receiver before the Packers. All of their running backs got injured and he was forced to move there.
I didn't know this.
I feel like,
look, Peter, I didn't know this. Look, Randall Cobb got 10 more receiving yards than Cole Beasley with 2 less games and 10 less catches. I didn't know that.
And actually 100 less drop passes.
I actually looked that up last week. But go ahead, though. Go ahead, I guess.
But yeah, that's what I feel like people were expecting because I mean I know I was personally like
Mm-hmm.
I was looking forward to packages with Randall Cobb in the backfield.
Sure.
I was, and I'm sure a lot of other fans were as well, like looking forward to like Ty Montgomery like expectations from Randall Cobb, and he's been a mild disappointment. He's been the raisins in the disappointment trail mix.
Damn.
Among other things, but I feel like the Cowboys still can't coach or scheme a tight end correctly into their play. Because I feel like the Cowboys have like what they want to do, and they're not fitting their scheme around the players. They're trying to fit their players around the scheme, which I feel like is the new way for the NFL. How it's gonna have to go. I mean, look at Lamar Jackson and
Kyler Murray,
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Sure.
How those type of teams are doing things. They're fitting their scheme around the players that they have, and they're finding success.
Yeah.
But the Dallas Cowboys have not gotten over that level of pride yet. I think pride is the right word, to where they can abandon what they've done before and decide to play to each of their individual players' strengths. And that kind of actually gives some validity to what you remember what Rico Gather said before he got cut?
Yeah.
Like they know who they're gonna use. They gonna do their thing.
Yeah. Huh.
That kind of gives some validity to his statement. Because you remember how good Donovan Wilson was in the preseason?
Sure.
Did you like him?
Donovan was cool. Yeah. Donovan. I mean, I would have liked to see Donovan do it against the first team, but yeah, Donovan. Yeah, he was right.
Yeah. But he could only do it against who he was playing against.
Sure.
He's been healthy for quite some time. He just hasn't seen the field. He's still on the team. Like if another example is it took too long for Jordan Lewis to get like extended play time.
Right.
All of those like camp darlings haven't really been on the field this year, and I feel like that is one of those things where it definitely falls on coaching because they have complete control over who
is that on Brother Chris that we got to wait for Anthony Brown to be out for the season to get Jordan Lewis on the field, or that we got to we got to constantly run out Darian Thompson instead of giving Donovan a shot? Like who is that on?
That falls on Chris Richard first, and then Rod Marinelli and Jason Garrett equally second.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. Yeah, I agree.
Because Chris Richard is in complete control of the DBs.
Chris in charge, but at some point, Jason should say, "Hey, yo, fam, come on now."
Yeah,
come on now.
Because his ball's against the bandsaw.
Yeah.
That's something my granddaddy used to say.
I mean, it's too late now. It's too late now. Jason about to paint now. But,
he out the door.
Jason,
you got a good point.
Jason Keith might not work Monday.
Thank you. He's gonna get there, and I'm gonna have used his gas and had to go through that morning traffic. And
they gonna wait till he get to work. Hey, look, how they gonna wait till my man's getting to work to fire him? Dog? Fire me at home.
Hey, and he gonna put his key card up against the door. It's gonna flash red, and somebody's just gonna have to open the door for him.
That shit gonna be declined, boy. That shit gonna be Declan, boy. Oh man, that's funny, Declan. Oh man,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, they gonna do him like Jake Gruden. It's gotta happen at this point. I mean, and Foot said that if you fire him now, who do you replace him with?
Sure.
Does it really matter?
This year it don't matter. Yeah, this year it don't matter.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I mean, you might as well see something, just for shits and giggles.
Shit, you can't bring up Rod, boy. The last time he was a head coach, them hoes were 0-16, boys. So we definitely ain't bringing Rod. We definitely can't bring Rod up. They're gonna leave Rod right where he at. Oh man.
Now you know what though?
Yeah.
I'm tired of Rod Marinelli.
Come on now.
Because he has the philosophy on the defensive line. Smaller, faster guys.
Come on now.
Is that really working?
Come on now, man. Don't be like that now. Come on now.
Is it really working?
Come on now. Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that, man. Come on.
No.
Yeah, Brandon,
look,
don't
am
do that, man. Don't
the person
say that.
The only thing that's gonna truly fix the coaching, scorched earth. Everybody got to go. Even, and I like him. I like Gary Brown. He got to go too. Everybody got to go.
God damn, the running back coach got to go too.
Mm-hmm.
Sanjay Law got to go too.
Yep.
Hey man, you want to so you want to clean out the whole house? That's show philosophy. You want to clean up the whole house? Okay, I got you.
And there's a couple groups that I feel like especially have to go. I feel like every single tight ends coach, assistant coach, water boy, the person who orders the lunch, everybody associated with the tight ends has to go. Because I've said it before, I don't feel like the Cowboys can coach a tight end well. I feel like, of course, the head coach has to go, and I would say the offensive coordinator has to go.
I gotta get you out of here, Brand. I appreciate you, man. You finna push Kellen Marvin. Hey, that's Frankly Football YouTube, Frankly Football Podcast. It's Brand. Appreciate you, dog. I'm gonna let you, dog. Peace. Next time.
All right, bye.
Call in next week. I'm about to run through these next few callers relatively quickly. Ain't no need to hang around, dog. Ain't no need to be here. Koye say, "Can I call in?" Shit, yeah, Koye can call in. Yeah, let me lock up. I was waiting on $100,000 to call back in, but he ain't called back in. So let's get a Koye Media on the phone then. Shoot a Koye Media on the phone then. Let's get a Koye Media on the phone then.
Yo, Voch.
You ready to burn down this house, player?
No, I had to call. I was chilling, man. I was just listening to the show, man. But main man said, kill everybody. He said, he said, kill the water boy. He said, I want the water boy. He was like, yo, get every coach, every tight ends coach.
He said, Sanjay and all of them got to go. Sanjay, Gary Brown can leave.
Everybody got to die, man. He said, for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I will never borrow money from you, man. That is crazy.
The conference has been locked.
That boy, scorch the earth is what he just said in the chat box. He just want to tear everything up. Man. How you feel, brother Koye?
I was cracking up over here. I'm cooking. I was like, damn, I could not stop laughing, man.
Oh, man. Appreciate you for listening, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for listening.
Yeah, real shit.
Brother Foots called in earlier, and he was strangely calm about the whole situation. He had this
Foots was on like some Zoloft or something. I was listening. I was like, damn,
he had that
prescribed Foots.
He had that 1,000-yard blank stare, man.
Oh man, yeah. I know the feeling though. It's like when you in shock, when you just really can't believe that something is happening, like Twilight Zone-ish. That's like shock right there. So you're gonna have a delayed reaction because Foot's emotional and he ain't had no emotion.
Yeah,
I was like, he took something. Man. He on Ambien or something, man.
Damn. Talk to us, brother Koye. What's the deal, man? Why are we tipping?
Man, why we tipping?
Yeah.
Bro, I really, like I said, we pressed too hard. I think we pressed too hard to try to force the pass, and right now it's really not there, man. Yeah. And teams kind of figured it out. Like if you press the Cowboys and you play physical at the line of scrimmage, you buy enough time to get your rush there. They just we got instant plays where it's open instantly. Cool.
Koye, I hate to cut you off. Stop. I hate to cut you off. Somebody in my chat box say Foot sound like that because he just woke up.
Probably did.
Like from last night. Like from last night, he just waking up now. Okay, my bad, brother Koye. Go ahead and finish up. Finish what you was saying.
No, I'm just saying. Like at the end of the day, we really, we put ourselves in a position to have to press because we picked the wrong times to abandon the run. Like when we first came out, the first drive, it's like when we designed our first drive in the last two games, those plays by design, they intentionally were more physical. And lo and behold, both of those drives were successful. As soon as we punch it in, we want to go for the kill and try to be aggressive or try to show off in the air. Like that second drive, I think the ratio, I don't know the ratio, I just know it was a quick 3 and out. I think the second and third drive, or maybe it started at the third drive, but after that it was like 5 straight 3 and outs. That's crazy, man. Like and then Jalen, like I felt bad for Jalen, man, because he was on national television today, right?
Yep.
And it was a mixed review. Sometimes he made some plays, sometimes he didn't, but then something hit me, man. And I said, yo, I just saw like 5, maybe 6 plays straight
right at him
where Jalen is running with wide receivers.
Yep.
And it's fucking like illogical that he's not making the play. I'm like, motherfucker, that's why That's what you call a mismatch, right?
They would
Like,
they would put Robinson in motion and put him on the inside, line him up with Jalen.
Exactly, but they you see they intentionally target him, so that lets you know that. And I'm with main man who just said Chris Richard too, because the dynamic between Richard and Marinelli it's manifesting some soft shit, man. Like I asked myself, I was like, yo, it was later in the game on that last drive where they needed a first down, they threw it for the first down. Yeah. We were playing off. I'm like, why are we playing 9 yards off the ball? Everybody across the board. Sure. Same thing when they scored their touchdown when they were pinpointing Jalen. I'm like, yo, change the plays. Like, do something different. Like, you can't keep letting them isolate your middle linebacker like that, man. So whatever you calling, send him and have somebody else roll into that zone or something, man. Like, nothing disguised, no nothing. Play everybody 5 yards off the ball and just hope for the best. And then don't disrupt anybody at the line of scrimmage, so you're letting wide receivers just run to their spots. And that's why quarterbacks are killing us. It don't matter if you're playing man or zone. If you're not disrupting the line of scrimmage, it's not going to work for you because your rush not going to get there. So you let wide receivers run free, and the quarterback can just look. I said it, you said it, and then Troy. I'm glad Troy Aikman is like pissed off right now because he said it during this game. He said young quarterbacks is very easy for them to get to their reads. They kind of know where they want to go pre-snap because everybody playing off. So I'm like, all right, I know one of y'all motherfuckers can't get to you, ain't got the angle. I know one of y'all ain't got the angle because it don't matter what coverage you in. I can still throw to the flats and make you guys race down, and y'all tackling like shit anyway. So that's like a 50-50 shot anyway. Yeah. You know, so it's like it's crazy, man. Like like I said, I felt bad for Jalen because I think we using him wrong. Jalen is a disruptive linebacker. He's not a coverage linebacker. He's a linebacker that's fast enough to cover, but just because he runs a 4.4 doesn't mean he should be roaming the middle of the field. Like, that's not his thing. Jalen needs to be disruptive, coming forward at the line of scrimmage or around the line of scrimmage, covering running backs out the backfield, not covering receivers. If you put him on a running back, he's dynamic. If you rush him, he's dynamic. He might get an interception here and there, but that's not his cup of tea, man. He need to be coming forward and manning what's in front of him. When he has responsibility to get back, and hope him and Van Der Esch. Van Der Esch, when he comes forward, it's easy for him. If you just tell him what gap to plug, I swear, I know I sound crazy when I say it, but I would love a 3-4 defense with the athletes that we have in our front seven because they're all kind of most of them are interchangeable on the outside. Like Jalen can rush from the outside. He can be a middle linebacker in a 3-4. I think Lee, he on the end of his rope anyway. But, he's probably relegated to inside on the 3-4 defense. Robert Quinn has played outside linebacker for Wade Phillips before. D-Law can be either a 3-4 defensive end or outside linebacker, either or interchangeable because he's dynamic like Jadeveon Clowney type guy. So it's like we have the athletes to be able to make a move to a defense like that where we can focus on actually bringing pressure from like a zone blitz scheme and take advantage of the athletes that we have out here, like Pittsburgh does or like some of those other teams. We have a physical, athletic team, but we play them in a very soft space way. We ask all our guys to play in space. Like on some real, man. I can see if it happens from time to time. Jalen's made a few plays tonight too, so I can see if it happens from time to time. But five straight plays. It was one where he barely missed the interception, him and J. Lou, and the guy got into the red zone with that catch. The next three in the red zone were all against Jalen, and he made 2 plays out of it. He broke one boy leg, and then on the third one, he made a play on that one as well. But how do you not see that they've been targeting your middle linebacker this entire drive? You don't have anything. There's nothing that you can do to circumvent that. You can't change his responsibility. You can't blitz anything. And then a young quarterback, you blitz a young quarterback. That's Belichick. You could say he's been playing bums all year, and the Patriots have been playing bums all year. But one thing you can say about Belichick is he knows what to do against young quarterbacks. He takes advantage of them. He blitzes young quarterbacks, and that's why they have the number 1 defense in the league right now because he hasn't played a seasoned vet, I think, today, unless you want to call Dak a vet. But he's considered a young quarterback to me too. But he hasn't played anybody that's a killer. Except and Lamar Jackson just they're just out. They didn't try to trick him. They just took it to him. They're like, look, we ain't gonna try to beat you in the air. We just gonna stomp y'all out. Like, that's it. Yeah. But like, you get my point, man. We don't have that. It ain't no fire in their belly, man. Because there's a difference between being afraid to lose and hating to lose. Those are two different things. We play like we're afraid to lose, and the reason we're afraid to lose is because these guys are so. I think it's because they're not sewn up. The coach is playing for his job, so he's not playing because he doesn't want to lose. He's playing because he's afraid. He's coaching because he's afraid to lose. All these coaches are, and that's how we playing. We're playing to not lose. We're not playing to win. We're like playing safe. The entire game, we play it safe. We don't blitz because we're like, oh no, it's like we're playing by numbers or coaching by numbers or some shit. Like, it's crazy. Like, just switch it up. Like I said this last night when we was on the round table, man. If we change some shit this one time, like we just switched up and started blitzing for a game, we'll be killing shit, man.
Yeah, I said that early in the show. That we run the same look and the same players every week, and teams have gotten accustomed to it, to where they can watch film and be like, "Hey, let's put a wide receiver on Jalen Smith," or that Robert Quinn is not the best in run support, so let's take our tackle and just run to the left. Like
run right at him.
Like when they run, they running to the left. You know what I'm saying? They running right at Quinn. So.
Bro.
You know,
and how about that though? It's like, yo, at the end of the day, bro, it's like I don't understand how the playmakers in this game, the two playmakers in this game were Joe Thomas and Jay Luke. I'm really screaming at Chris Richard right now, man, because now it seems to me he got to be playing favorites. There's no way, because every time the kid get on the field, he does something special, especially in big moments and big games, not just in bum time. You know what I mean? And shout out to Heath, too, who stepped up this season. I think Heath, sometimes he disappears in the defense, but he very rarely just getting trashed. So, and he steps up in big games as well. That Patriots game, he was solid. That was the best game I think I saw him play in a long time.
You're
but
missing him, though.
At the end of the day, man, it's like we got the guys out there, but you're bringing J. Lou in like mid-season. He was sprinkled in until Anthony Brown, like Main Man just said. And then Joe Thomas, he was smart enough to just say, he got us 7 points. He was smart enough to just go in there and just start rumbling for the ball. But that's what type of heart we need throughout the entire defense, man. And it's just not showing. And I don't know what else to do other than like you said, just drop a grenade, man. Let it go. Like I'm really like baffled. We don't deserve the playoffs right now, because if you can't get up for a game like this, then what you gonna get up for? Like, the playoffs is now. We said that. Y'all been talking that all week. Oh, we practice in the cold, man. I'm like, oh, all right. It's not the practice in the cold, bro. It's the passing for no fucking reason when you were killing with the run in the first half. Like, take it and break their backs every drive, man. Every drive. Just keep doing it. That first drive was 75 yards, like 9 minutes. We broke their back. At the end of the drive, Roquan Smith come up limp. Why? Because that's what I was saying that all week, man. Let's just inflict pain all day. We did it for one drive, and then we got pretty again. It's like that's definitely permeated through our entire offensive scheme, because they already tell you your first 15 plays are kind of scripted. Sure. So once they get through the first 15 plays, they go right back to who they really are, which is a pretty soft team, for real. Because we play hard for one quarter. One quarter we punch you in the mouth the last 3 games. One quarter we coming off, firing off at the ball, teeing off. And I'm like, all right, well, they're making me look like a liar now, because they actually blocking a little bit. And then we go right back to it. Like, we got into the red zone. I swear, I was on Twitter, and I was like, yo, every time we get to the 30, they do a jet motion or a reverse motion. They ran Zeke out into the flat over here. And then I think try to throw a slant behind that. Didn't go. Right? And then right after that, when they got into the red zone, I think Gallup or somebody got us in the red zone. I don't know who. But as soon as they run the read option again. And Dak kept it. Remember that? He did that twice in that same drive. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I don't understand, man. That never worked. That play has not worked this whole season. So why do you keep running it? You're going to run it in. It's like, this is not Remember the Titans, man.
Dang. I feel you, brother Koya. I mean, I just don't know what to say to follow up on that. Shit. Hey, man, it sucks. It's terrible. I would love for us to sit down and break this down and get into the film and, have another roundtable just to really, hash out what these, because I feel like we don't have one big problem. We got like a gang of small problems, and I don't want to just give the easy answer and say coaching. I want to find like the real super detailed stuff.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Man. I'm hyped for that. Well, let's do it.
So
I'm about to get in the phone room right now.
So let's kind of like figure that out, and then we'll come together and we'll discuss as as the best. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, man.
Sir.
Let's go. That's Okoye Media. Y'all going check his Instagram out because that's what we're trying to push nowadays. And that's Okoye Media, Akoye, and check out his YouTube, Okoye Media. We need all that. I'm probably about to clock game through these last 4 people, and these are 4 platinum callers, but I ain't trying to be here all day with y'all. I ain't wrong with y'all, dog. Let's see. The clock ain't gonna be long too, but it's gonna be a smooth 60 seconds. We're gonna do a 60-second clock tonight. We ain't gonna be too crazy. And I normally let a lot of y'all slide with the clock. Like if y'all give me good stuff, I'll let y'all just go. But now we're gonna be on the dot with this one. You know what I mean? Let's run it for the cardio. Let's go Dave from New York. What's up, Dave?
What's good, Voch? How are you?
Ain't nothing good. Shit, was you watching the game, Dave? Don't ask me what's good, man. Ain't nothing good out there. I'm playing, dog. What's good? What you got for the show?
Listen, you're going fishing tomorrow, right?
I'm going fishing. Yes.
Right. So, are you doing the keto thing with the fish?
I'm not doing keto. Because I went home for the holidays and my Mississippi family cares nothing about my little goofy ass diet. So, I've thrown all that off, but I'll get back on keto at some point.
Okay, well, basically, I'm being real quick.
Got 30 seconds.
Would you if in the beginning of the season when we was talking, we said I said I wanted a top 10 defense and a top 10 offense.
Sure.
We get that. Do you think would you believe if I was to tell you in the beginning of the season we'd be 6 and 7 right now? Would you probably say, Dave, get out of here?
Dave, get out of here. Yeah, you know we have both those things. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So I don't know. It's coaching, whatever. I don't know, but it's all said and done. It's what's on the field.
Right.
And we haven't been executing on the field. As Okoye was saying, we were playing back and Jalen out of spot or whatever. So, they capitalized on mismatches, man, and they were a better team tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I still want them on the table.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, let's not, let's shut it down and just go through the draft and start all over.
I appreciate it, Dave. Thanks for calling, brother.
Likewise, be good.
Yes, sir. The only reason I let Dave slide with that last 15 seconds after the clock rang was because he asked me about keto, and that was fair. And I had to give him an answer. You know what I'm saying? I had to give him, at least eight seconds to answer that question. You know what I mean? But now the rest of y'all, we're gonna be strict on this 1 minute. We're not playing no more games. When the time is over, the time is over. Let's see what we got. We got that was Dave from NY. We got Corey from NC. What's up, brother?
What up, boss man? Hey, pretty much, man, you and Okoye answered everything that I had circled and written down, man. But I have one question for you, and you guys touched on it a little bit, but I think our issue this year is scheming, man. Each team should have a different scheme for them. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your core plays that you have, but each team should be schemed for. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
It seems like we don't scheme for teams. So what do you think about our scheming? Like we just come out and run the same plays like you guys touched on last few minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that? And that's all my questions, man.
Well, I appreciate it. I agree. I agree. What really opened my eyes up to the defense was when we played the Jets, and I saw some of the things that that Greg was doing, right, in terms of the not even running stunts, but like the movement up front, like in terms of the like we'll slant the D line front side, but we'll bring linebackers backside. Just some of the exotic gap exchange. If we're gonna exchange gaps, we're not just running people out the damn play. You know what I mean? And we should probably scheme a bit more. I think one of our better schemes that we've done in terms of a week to week scheme was last year versus Saints when in the middle of the week we just said, hey, look, we're gonna put J. Lou on Alvin. You know what I'm saying? That's a week to week adjustment type scheme deal. And we haven't done that this year.
We don't do that this year.
We haven't done that this year. Absolutely. So we should probably do a lot more of that moving forward. I would like, so when we draft, right, there's going to be a lot of players that you can consider jack of all trade type players or whatnot. I would like for us to take a player that we can just do different things with, that we can just mismatch and figure things out. But yeah, hey, Corey, that was a fantastic point, man. A great call, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Good point. Because sometimes we'll go into these games like, oh, we playing Zach Ertz. Jeff Heath is gonna shadow Zach Ertz today, or back in the Byron administration a long time ago. Hey, we playing the Patriots. Byron's gonna chase Gronk all over the place. You know what I mean? Like we would change things week to week. We haven't done much. We haven't done much. Week to week changes, I would say. And I don't want to say nothing, but I guess that's something that Papa Rod would do. We haven't seen Brother Chris do that this year, or last year. So we'll see. We'll see. We got two more calls. Let's get into it. We got Spenny JP. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Everything, player. What you got for the show?
Hey, man, I told you about 4 weeks ago, man, we needed them linebackers. Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Remember I was called? Yeah, you remember. Yeah, it's Brookhaven, Mississippi in the house. That's what I know. I only got a few seconds. Okay, man. Look,
go ahead. You good. Go ahead.
Just go ahead and lose out. Yeah, go ahead and lose out, and just build your defense up, man. Your defensive line, and get you a solid tight end. And tell Justin when he cannot come back.
I feel you on that.
You can't come back.
And you know what? That's another thing that goes along with I really wasn't trying to trade for a lot of players this season, whatever. I know a lot of people wanted to trade and get everybody via trades, but with 30 pending free agents next year, and we already got rid of 2 picks to go get Bennett and Quinn, we only got like 5 picks left, 4 or 5 picks left. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to take those 4 or 5 picks and really try to fill this roster out. You know what I mean? So but I'm with you though. I think we gotta draft.
If we lose out on this one,
I think
we're gonna make it to the playoffs.
I mean,
it's all defense.
I mean,
all defensive line.
I mean, we gonna make it to the playoffs and beat the shit out of the Rams and the look.
I know you got faith. I know you got faith, man. But
if we can't beat the Rams, the Eagles,
they got a tough game this weekend, though. The Rams, they may get beat.
They got the Seahawks. If we can't beat the Rams, the Eagles, and the Redskins, we don't deserve to go to the damn playoffs.
Hey. You know what? I sure am missing Scott Linehan right now. Everybody wanted him out the door, but we can't score no points either.
Spinning JP, you're not allowed to say things like that on the internet. Cowboy fans do not like to hear. Cowboy fans do not like to hear shit like that. Spinning JP, come on, man. You can't say that.
He ran the ball though. Damn. He ran the ball. He kept to that run though.
Oh, yeah, that shit.
Last year.
Damn.
He sure kept to that run.
Damn.
And look, we can't keep to the run this year.
I can only imagine what Cowboy fans say. Chat box, what y'all saying, man? Well, how y'all feel about bringing Linehan in to be the interim head coach until we figure out?
No.
Appreciate it. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, one more thing, man.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and lose out, man, and get your defensive line fixed because the secondary's there.
Yeah.
Just get your line fixed, man, and get your defense, get your linebackers. Man, I told you.
I appreciate
your boy's down, Sean Lee's gone, and then Jalen is not looking any good. So you get them linebackers.
Yeah.
Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
You could have drafted them linebackers, man, 2 or 3 years ago, and last year, and now you don't have no linebackers, man. You're in trouble with linebackers right now.
I appreciate you, Spanner. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Okay. All right. Peace.
Yes, sir. Chat box. This how ungrateful Nene is, right? I was talking about I can't wait to buy this house so I can buy her this Lexus. So then I can get my truck and this trail and this boat. Even after saying I'm gonna get this house and this Lexus, she gonna come and tag me in the chat box and say, "Just stop with the Super Bowl talk, please." What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you doing? Come on. You should let me say whatever I want to say. A house and a Lexus. What do you mean? Let me live. Come on now. You should let me say whatever I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, we going to the Super Bowl. Now, the rest of y'all, I'm not buying y'all houses and Lexuses, so y'all can say what y'all want to say. But come on. We got the last call. This call is not platinum, so let's see what they got to say. I haven't seen this number before, but let's do this. 972. Who this?
What up, Voch? This is Kyle from Dallas.
What's up, Kyle? Have you not called the show before?
I have not. This is my first time.
I'm sorry you had to wait so long, man, but you're not platinum. My bad. So,
I waited patiently. I waited patiently, and I'm here.
I appreciate you, man. Let's see if you have a good call so we can change that platinum status. What you got for the show, Kyle?
Hey, first of all, thank you for mentioning how goddamn annoying Troy Aikman is as the commentator.
Oh, man.
Because this dude is always talking shit about the Cowboys.
Yeah, Troy terrible, man. And you know what? Even if Troy was saying the right things tonight, at the beginning of the year, all this Cowboys team, they looking good to me, man. Sometime last year, he was like, yeah, man, they need to tear the whole thing down, switch the whole infrastructure. Some point this year, hey, man, Dak going to lead them boys to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys, hey, I believe in Dak. I mess with Dak Prescott. And now... I just want Troy to just pick a side and not just do whatever he got to do for, Fox to build their narrative.
I had to press mute during the game.
Yeah,
I had to press mute.
You know how it go.
Anyways, I wanted to ask you a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris Richard or Rod Marinelli? Because I personally think that the two different defensive schemes muddies the waters and keeps us from focusing on one of them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Chris in charge, man. Like Rod, tell his D-line what to do, because that's what he like to do, man. But Chris in charge, it just ain't working for Chris. I was talking to my homie Said E Fresh, right? And I'm gonna bring him along as a content creator one day. We was talking about Chris Richard before he got to Dallas, right? And we talked about that about that defense he had in Seattle. Talking about Browner, Chancellor, Thomas, Sherman, Wagner, Bruce Irvin was there, Michael Bennett, and it was another Frank Clark. You know what I mean? Like, and then he got fired, right? Like he had that fantastic defense. He was cool. Then he got fired. That was Quinn's defense, man. Like what if that was he coached the Falcons right now, Dan Quinn? That was Dan Quinn's team, man. And Chris Richard came in and went to the Super Bowl and got fired, and we picked him up and crowned him. If you want to crown him, then crown their ass. But we let him off the hook.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's I was kind of apprehensive about the whole Chris Richard. I've kept my same Chris Richard energy this whole year, man. Yeah, I just I wasn't so quick to.
All right, so let me ask you two more questions.
Go
so, why do you think we didn't bring in a new kicker?
I don't know. And you know what? This is the only bad thing about me being just YouTube guy. If I was closer to the organization, I'd ask hard ass questions like this. You know what I mean? The media ask dumb questions. I would love to ask. Yo, fam, like, so them other three kickers you brought in, like,
Yo, I hear that. I hear that.
How they do, but
okay, so if you watch this game and you weren't a Cowboys fan, or anything, what would you guess this team's chances of making the playoffs was?
I mean,
after just watching this game,
I mean, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, Kyle. So I don't know what you're saying.
Don't play with me, bud.
I ain't fucking around.
Don't play with me.
I know we lost tonight though, because we don't win on Thursdays. But hey, ain't no more games played on Thursdays for us the rest of the year. Now we gonna win this thing out. Though, what you want me to say?
You're a true homer. All right, I appreciate you, bud. I appreciate you putting me on.
Hey, fuck, it is what it is. Hey, Kyle from Dallas.
Everything you're doing here.
Appreciate you, man. You're platinum now, so next time you call in, you ain't gotta wait 3 hours and shit to get in on the phone, man.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Salute to you.
Salute.
This show was bittersweet because I like good shows. I like good content. I like when when people could be anywhere in the world, but they come in and hear what I got to say. I like that notion, man. I like that. Shouts out to y'all for being here. You know what I mean? So how this thing is gonna happen moving forward, right? It wouldn't make very much sense of me to make these film sessions in the same light that I've made the film sessions in. I'm very offensive orientated because hey, offense is better. Offense is better, and I would normally get into like the positive things that I saw. So for the rest of the year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how bad we were on both sides of the ball and some of the things that we can fix. I think that'll be a new like a new good tone for the film sessions moving forward because hey, it's in terms of positivity, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Ain't much we can say on the positive side. So I was on vacation, so we got a couple we got a while. We got Thursday, then so next Sunday or whatever, we got a while before we play again. I may go back and look over the Bills and the Patriots and also this game and talk about all the bad shit that I saw and like really break this thing down so we can really get to the nitty-gritty of this thing, you know what I mean? So we'll do that. Plus I talked to the plug and he's gonna hit the other plug on my college film or whatever. So we're gonna be getting into some draft film, man. We gonna take it by week. I ain't really gonna get balls deep into it until we out the playoffs, but it's looking like a pretty good time to start right now. You know what I mean? I need us to be mathematically eliminated first though, but till then, we'll just cross that road whenever we make it. I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. Let me get through my super chats and make sure I ain't got no more PayPals before I move out. Before I move on. I know I was smoking smoking.com for a while in terms of numbers, so I'm always proud of that. Let's go. We got J Hart. RIC, he dropped the deuce in the super chase. Says my water tastes like Everclear tonight. Hey man, just don't drive, player. Just don't drive. Chris Stone dropped the deuce and said it's annoying. Maher never buckles his chin strap. It's funny, man, that whenever you lose, you just find all the little small shits to be annoyed at. Jerry Jones says guaranteed head coach Jason Garrett's job safety following. That's crazy. That is crazy. I defend Jason Garrett a lot, boy, but I do not understand if you Jerry Jones how you just stick your feet in the mud like that. But maybe some of that stubborn attitude is part of the reason why. You know what I mean? David Lucena is a beast, dropping a dime in the super chat. He says, salute, Voch. We going to be all right. In K-Dot voice, we will be, in fact, all right, sir. Salute to you. Let me scroll down. Greg Westmoreland. Appreciate you, sir. He dropped 5. He said, shotgun runs in the goal line. 5 and close to the goal third. Scheme was definitely a problem, Greg. Scheming was definitely a problem, but that's something that we can definitely look into. I'll be checking out all the film, talking about how bad and terrible we were. But I'll do it in a very constructive way. It won't be in an EDP, burn the house down kind of way. I'm gonna leave that to law and 1980 like the. Look, I watched a 1980 video one time, man. He just walked around his house and screamed for 3 hours, man. I feel you, bro. But I even wake my neighbors up. You know what I'm saying? I can't have police coming over here thinking it's a damn domestic dispute, and I'm simply only mad at my Cowboys. Like, come on, man. Like, which one? My gun rights taken away? What are you doing? But appreciate you for the 5, Greg. And let me find my phone so I can check the PayPal status because I felt the phone vibrating, but we got into a roll. We got into a roll with the calls there. So let's see what's going on. We got some movement here. Let's see what the movement is. Let's see what the vibes are. Marcus said next 2 songs playing on Jason Garrett's Apple Music is Know Your Clap by Juvenile and UTP, followed by Make It Clap by Busta Rhymes. I don't think Jason Garrett is going to listen to those 2 songs in particular, but I feel where you're coming from. I understand the notion, my good sir. I'm sorry, Marcus. I want to hurt for you, my guy. I want to hurt for you. All right. I saw He said, I saw Dick and Marinelli. You saw Richard and Marinelli with defensive play sheets in their hands. Kellen Moore had an offensive play sheet. Garrett is the only coach empty-handed. So what can so he can do what? Empty-handed, so he can do it. Hey, so he can clap, I would say. And then he had some black clap emojis. Let's see how many he dropped, because I want to see how dedicated you are to your black clap emoji. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. He dropped 16 black hand clap emojis. So appreciate you, Marcus Hardison, for supporting the PayPal tonight with your colorful messages about our coaching staff and all that. Hey man, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. I know we got to deal with the ops. I know we got to deal with the with the rest of America that's not necessarily on our team, that's not necessarily on our squad, man. But hey, we got each other, man. If you see somebody harassing one of your fellow Cowboy fans, man, I just wish we would all come together and just be like, my dream for this Cowboy fandom nation or whatever. The 80% is always going to be 80%. We're always going to have, people that thrive off of, hey, I'm going to watch the game one time. I'm not going to do no research. I'm not going to watch film, and that's going to be my opinion. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's always going to be people that operate in that. But what I wish we would do is we can fuss amongst each other. I don't mind us fussing amongst each other. But when we see people from the outside talking shit about us, we can't be on the side with those people. That's the one thing I wish I changed. You know what I'm saying? Like when we see other people, like when we see Stephen A. Smith talking shit, man, we can't be out here. Like I want us to attack Stephen A. for talking crazy to us. You know what I mean? This is family business. We can talk amongst each. I can talk shit about my team all day. I don't want these hooligans in the peanut gallery talking crazy to us. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, dog. Anyway, there will not be a morning after show because I'm going fishing. Deal with it. About to go catch, see if I can get some sheephead, man. I was sick, man. I had a heavy ass fish on my line last week, man. But it broke, man. So I went to go get some braid line. I went to go get some damn 20-pound braid. Now I wish she'll break off my rig this time, dog. I wish she'll break my line off. So, if we have some pretty solid catches, man, we gonna run it. And I'll post on Instagram or something. I'll post all my catches on Instagram. Y'all go on there. VOCHLOMBARDI on Instagram and Twitter. I think I'm gonna make that thing a little more active. I'm gonna do some more cooking stuff, some more fishing stuff, some quality of life. I may get into some to some shooting. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Leave this thing a like. Those are important. And I got ads, man, so I'll just run those. You can watch them if you want to. I'm going to gallivant in the chat box while the ads are running for a little bit. And, hey, y'all hold down for the Doski Woski, man. Until next time. Peace. Look out for that film this week. My cable bill was way too high. I reached out to affordablesticks.com. They sent me a Fire Stick. Plug that thing into the HDMI. Now I get unlimited shows, movies, and live TV. I'm a huge fan, so I love League Pass, Sunday ticket, and get the paper. There's something for the whole family. You can buy a Fire Stick for every TV in the house and still spend less money than you would on cable. That's a wait, don't go nowhere. Hold on, wait, who up in here still? Wait, time out, don't go nowhere. Time out. Where we at? Wait a minute. Let me see how many people I got live still. I still got a lot of people. Cool. Listen, hey, peep this out. Some housekeeping changes, some things I want to do. In terms of my Patreon people, okay. At first I was doing a free monthly t-shirt giveaway to my $10 patrons, okay. I'm in a very giving mood, okay. So starting in January, it's gonna be for all patrons. So if you're a $1 patron, $2 patron, $5 patron, $10 patron, whatever patron you are, everybody that supports this channel to any capacity, we're going to do a monthly merchandise giveaway. You know what I'm saying? So I got a gang of shirts, I got mugs, I got backpacks, I got all different kind of merchandise that I wanna get off. So just to kind of show my appreciation. So anybody that's a patron of any kind, we're gonna be doing monthly giveaways on that. Also, I want to do like a I was in the shower thinking about this, man, but like a engagement type of giveaway. Like I want to support and shout out the people that's super engaged on my videos or whatever. Like for example, I went on Twitter and I was like, hey, somebody remind me to do film on the Tyron Smith backside short pull, right? You know, like one day I'll be like, hey, if somebody reminds me of that after I tweeted, somebody remind me that, I'll send that person some free merch or whatever, right? I want to do a comment of the week, right? So I'll do videos for a week. And I'll look at all the comments for that week. And if I see a comment that really stands out, like the best comment of the week, I'll put that comment at the beginning of, you know, one of my film sessions for the next week. Just to kind of shout y'all out, man. Just to kind of do more of my give back type of deal. Just to, just a little more of that. I want to get more into my throwback film sessions just to keep that thing running. You know what I mean? Just to give back a little more. So that's just my notions, man. That's just I had to get that out. I'm gonna be pumping that a lot more. So I appreciate y'all for supporting me. I appreciate all my patrons, all my PayPal people, all of my PayPal, Patreon, Super Chat people, all y'all. So hey, Super Chat people, I'm probably gonna do like a drawing for y'all. Like at the end of the month, I'll look at all the Super Chats and I'll just randomly do something for y'all. You know, just I'm in the mood, man. I had a fantastic year. And I was just reflecting on it. And it's just something I want to do. It's something I want to do because y'all are fantastic. You know what I mean? Now, listen to my ads and I'll go gallivant in the chat box. I appreciate y'all. Salute. My cable bill was way too high. I reached out to affordablesticks.com. They sent me a Fire Stick, plugged that thing into the HDMI. Now I get unlimited shows, movies, and live TV. I'm a huge sports fan, so I love League Pass, Sunday Ticket, and I get the pay-per-view fights for free. There's something for the whole family. You can buy a Fire Stick for every TV in the house and still spend less money than you would on cable. That's affordablesticks.com. There's a link in my description. You should go click it. Cut the cord, man. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. After canceling my cable, I saved $2,400 this year by switching to Beast TV through channelsforcheap.com. Some people pay $200+ a month. I paid $120 a year, or you can go $15 a month if that's what's convenient for you. You get 2,500 HD channels. 1,000 of those are in English, and there are plenty other international channels, TV Guide, and we get all the sports. One of my favorite things is multi-screen feature. So if I don't know what I want to watch, I can tune into 4 different channels at one time that you can watch on 4 different devices, and it's available on Fire Stick, smart TVs, tablets, and if you're on the go, you can watch TV on your phone. Hit the link in my description or go to channelsforcheap.com where you can get a free 7-day trial. That's a whole week for you to just sit down and play with it and see what you like about it, then come back and make a purchase. If you have any questions, go to channelsforcheap.com, hit this little button right here, and they'll respond to you immediately. That is channels4cheap.com. The link is in the description. I highly recommend it. Let's do it. Be on the lookout for the Voch's Voice podcast too. Like I was gonna wait till after the season to do it, but hey man, you know, Voch's Voice podcast and draft stuff. Look out for all that. Appreciate y'all, man. Salute.